guys, welcome to the Dawn of World Sports. I am the Donfather and I'm now going to be reacting but also introducing you to a little bit of the Harry Potter turned real time sport of Quidditch. People have actually took the sport from the book of Harry Potter from J.K. Rowling and turned it into a legitimate sport. Haven't watched any of it, have seen the tiniest wee clips. And I believe it is actually a lot more physical than you would imagine, but I haven't actually watched it enough to really say too much more about it than that. So, no more talking, let's introduce to you a little bit of Harry Potter's Quidditch World Cup. Straight away, you can notice Team Canada, there's adult men actually running around with like brush shafts, poles, kidding on. They're on a fucking witch's broomstick or a wizard, to the point of Harry Potter. A wizard's broomstick running around the grass, passing the ball to each other. So far, so fucking good.
I would say real life Quidditch is a cross between rugby, dodgeball. You have elements of sort of Olympic handball, and then when you have the snitch on the field, there's even an element of wrestling involved.
Thanks, George. Now this sounds really good. It's got me really excited. A little bit of dodgeball, a little bit of rugby, a little bit of wrestling. Makes for quite a physical sport. Just what I said at the very start of the video. So, let's keep watching.
Who's going tonight? Team UK! Who's going to make the pay? Team UK! What will the crowd say? UK! 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 Who's going UK? Team UK!
Fucking hell, they're really fired up about it. Anyway, I can't bloody wait to see what's going to happen. And this is what I was talking about, so much passion. This is a legitimate sport, everyone. They are properly fired up. But what you don't know if you've really observed this, there's actually men and women in the same team. This makes for good fucking viewing.
I think it's really inspiring to newcomers of the sport to come in and see players of all genders on the field together, playing equally, you know, tackling each other in a full contact sport, scoring goals, passing to each other. This is something that no other sport really has. And I think that that can be a really unique defining characteristic of Quidditch. And when it's already grown so vastly, but I think it still has yet to really break into a huge mainstream. And one day it will, and I think it has potential to be one of the biggest sports in the world.
Thank you, 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 thank you.
The ref just casually going along, like kidding on, he's like fucking stamping everybody's fucking hands with his pinky finger, like out of the movies or something, going along. I like how they've incorporated a lot of the movie into the sport. One thing's got to be said, extremely unique indeed. Touching back on what George, we're calling him George, I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he looks like a George. That it's very unique in the sense that men and women play together, but he's made a bold statement here. He says, this could be one of the biggest sports in the world. We'll see. So you can actually throw the ball over the hoop to a teammate who stands on the other side of it, like setting them up, and they can just launch it back through one of the hoops. There seems to be 2 or 3 hoops, so there's a middle one that's higher and then 2 outer ones that seem lower, presume on either side of the field of play, but I'm sure it'll all make sense very soon.
J.K. Rowling never like tested it out as a game. She kind of like thought what might be fun to describe, and with just a few tweaks and adjustments, it just really works.
What an absolute screamer of a goal! The big fella's charged right down the wing with a wizard shaft in his groin area, sprinting down with a Pirates of the Caribbean type bandana on, all the way down. Girl on the hoop goal line tries to block him with a tackle. I don't know what she's doing. and he just shrugs it off and smashes it straight through the ring for an unbelievable finish. Well done, son. Well done.
It's stand-up wrestling. I get an opportunity to go out there and just kind of be a bruiser. So I played rugby and lacrosse in high school and lacrosse in college. And now that I'm a little older, it's fun just to go out and play a game that I can still go and be physical.
What the fuck did he just say? That a sport that I can still go out there and be physical. You're obviously too weak to play the men's rugby or wrestling or whatever else you failed at, lacrosse. So you dress up as a big yellow minion with an oversized belly and wrestle a 6-stone woman to the ground and act like a bloody hero. I love this sport.
No matter what happens in this game, play our game and we will come out of it with an amazing outcome. Yeah. That's it. That's all that matters here, yeah? Yeah. Go.
Trumpets on 3! 1, 2, 3, trumpets! Get in there, Simon! Come on, Simon, move!
Holy shit, we've actually got Quidditch Ultras. That is one thing I never thought in a million years I'd ever see. I've got to say though, I absolutely love it. Love it. I mean, for anybody new to my channel or channels, you'll know that I love Ultras, but Quidditch Ultras is just taking it to a whole new level that I never thought I'd ever reach. Peaked. Quidditch fight, first fight of the Quidditch World Cup in this video so far. Get into each other, come on!
Amazing. It means the world. It means absolutely the world to us. Last time we came out here, when we lost us and it killed us, it broke us, we knew we had to come back. We had to come back faster and stronger and harder than ever. That's what we did.
So there you have it. Quidditch World Cup. Did it deliver? Yes, it actually did, and I'll tell you why. It was a physical sport. It's a team sport. Men and women can play it. There is a degree of skill. It must be quite difficult to run with the broom shaft between your legs and a ball in your hand whilst getting physically tackled and trying to pass it to a teammate under pressure and put it through a small target that's raised. So there's an element of skill involved, but it looks actually like quite good fun if I'm being brutally honest. don't get me wrong, half the people playing it are serious nerds, aren't they? I mean, nothing against them as individuals, but there's something geeky about these people. You can't deny it. You'd imagine that they go to fancy schools like Cambridge, Oxford, Yale, Harvard, things like that there. They're not normal people. They're not from a working class background. They're just eccentric, rich kids that have got nothing better to do than play a game from a storybook. But all that being said, I'm not knocking it really. I actually quite liked it. One thing I didn't get though was that the snitch. What is that guy all about? He's 10 stone overweight, absolutely physically manhandling a woman, wrestling her to the ground, bragging about coming from a rugby background or a wrestling background in lacrosse. All contact sports to a high level. And he's so proud of himself that he's been able to continue this sort of training that he's had on against a 6'3", 6 stone 3 ounces girl who's about 5 foot fuck all, knee height to a grasshopper, and he takes great pride and satisfaction in knowing that he's absolutely kiboshed her to the ground and ripped the stick out of her hands, and he celebrates it with it above his head like he's just won the World Cup himself. But all that being said, the main reason why I quite like this sport is quite well supported as well. The crowd was good, they had ultras, they had a guy banging a drum, they're passionate about it and they're quite fired up. So all in all, to be honest with you, if it did grow, I think it looks like quite good fun. But definitely for the more geekier type people. But I would play it. And that's all that matters. Having fun with your mates, having a laugh, not taking shit too seriously. And it looks like one of the only sports where you could physically wrestle a female and show her your physical dominance and actually not be arrested for doing so. Thanks very much for watching. That was the Quidditch World Cup. I'm pleasantly surprised. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Slightly bizarre for the Dawn of World Sports or the Dawn's channel, but the Donfather is open to introducing you to new sports that you haven't yet discovered. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and smash the notifications bell on if you've enjoyed this video. And also check out our social media platforms in the description section below. And also become a patron, because why the hell not? Cheers, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.